joined here by Roland Collette. Thanks for coming down, Roland.
Thanks for having me.
Take us through your lead up to the Moncton Wildcats organization and the Moncton Alpines as well.
Well, Craig, I could say my introduction to Major Junior was not necessarily typical or traditional. As you know, the franchise started off, it was the Moncton Alpines. And that was in 95, 96. That was that first season that we had Major Junior in Moncton. And they were looking for an assistant coach. They had hired Lucien Deblois. Lucien called me up one day and was on a recommendation of Greg Turner. And so we met, and so I started off as an assistant coach with the Moncton Alpines. And we know all that story of, I think we went bankrupt at Christmas time. And so we had a rocky start. To say the least, but then Mr. Irving came aboard, and so my second year of Major Junior, it was a brand new organization. Ended up doing a lot of stuff that was not necessarily assistant coach related. I always say it was a blessing in one way, because I got to do a lot more and learn a lot more than an assistant coach normally does. But at the same time, it was maybe it was sometimes not as much as a blessing, because I had to do a lot more than an assistant coach would do. And assistant coach or coaching was my passion also.
20 years on, why are the Moncton Wildcats so successful?
Well, I think it's stability. You know, stability in the ownership. Like, we're going to start with that. I mean, I went through when it was not, and it wasn't fun. You know, and Mr. Irving just came in and you know, I think brought a lot of stability in that organization.
Speak to the value of being behind the Moncton Wildcat bench.
Oh, for me, it was a great experience. One, obviously, like Mr. Irving and the whole crew have built it into a community team. They took the right approach right from the start. I remember at the time we were talking about that a lot, and you need to involve the kids. Well, those kids are now, you know, 25 years old. You know, when they started, they were 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. They were attending games. Now they're adults, right? And some of them are hooked, and they're hooked for life, right? And it's just they built it the right way, I found, where they got the community behind the team, and they got the families. You know, family orientated, and like I said, they got the kids hooked, and now, you know, 20 years later, they're adults, so they're getting their kids hooked to it, and I think it's here to stay for a long time.
We spoke to countless alumni in preparing for this. They've always mentioned your name in passing. Roland, thank you so much for coming in today. And you have a lasting legacy with the early Wildcat organization. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you for having me.